Lisa. Welcome to Polymer Clay TV. Today I'm going to show you how to make this fun veneer. It's got a couple different layers in there, and then I'm going to use it to make some polymer clay trading coins, which we are swapping right now in the tribe. So let's get started. Today I'm going to show you a veneer that's really fun and easy to do with just a couple of supplies, including Stayzon ink. Now they come in two sizes. So this is the smaller size, and then this is the larger ink pad that you can get. So Stayzon is a solvent ink, and it's going to stick really well to your polymer clay surfaces before baking. And we're going to mix that with some alcohol ink techniques too. So I've got Meadow, this is Adirondack ink in the color Meadow, and then I also have some alcohol pearls. This one is Mineral, and this one is Splendor. So these have mica particles in the bottom. You need to shake them before you use them to get that mica off the bottom. The colors of clay I'm using are Sculpey Souffle Pistachio and Sculpey Primo Raw Sienna. And I have some pouncers for the ink, my Stayzon ink pad, which the color I'm actually going to use is Gothic Purple. And I'm going to mix those two colors of clay together, which is going to give me a sort of lighter, greener brown. I'm just going with the fall colors here to make something pretty. And then I'm going to use the Woodland Daisy rubber stamp. That actually came in the Create Along box last month for September. So this is going to create a sort of raised design, but I'm really going to use it to put some ink onto the clay. So this is a sneak peek, and some people have asked, can you use the same kind of ink techniques with our orange texture sheets? And the answer to that is yes. This is a sneak peek of one that's coming out very soon. So this one isn't available in the shop yet, but I was just testing to make sure that I could answer this question. Yes, you can use our orange texture sheets to do stamping and inking techniques. So here's a sneak peek at what we're going to create. Part one, after you've blended your clay, is going to be dabbing on some inks. So I've got these, which are really just kind of a circle of felt on a handle, which you can buy or make yourself. And I'm just going to spread and pounce alcohol ink all over the surface. And I've shaken my pearly inks, and I'm going to do the same thing with them. So we've got a pretty nice looking base layer with all those colors going on in there. Now we're going to add the more structured pattern that comes from using the rubber stamp. So we're just going to ink it up using our Stayzon ink. And I have one of these stamp pushers. This is from Fiskars. And my stamp isn't going to stick to it because it's not a silicone sticky back stamp, but it is going to give me that all over pressure that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to lay this on here and press down. I'm not really trying to make much of an impression. I'm just trying to make sure that it makes contact. and transfers the ink. You can roll over it gently if you want to, but I find that sometimes that moves my stamp, so I'm not a fan of the rolling technique. And now you'll just let that dry, and there is actually a remover, all-purpose stamp cleaner by Stayzon that you can use to spray this down in the sink and get all of that off of your stamp. So here you can see I cleaned off my stamp, and for the most part that ink does come off using the stamp cleaner. Because it's a solvent ink, you're going to want something like that. Regular soap and water isn't going to get all the ink off the stamp. So the cool thing is that that ink is going to be very firmly on your polymer clay, and it dries, so you can handle this and not get ink on your fingers. Now, because it's alcohol ink under there, and alcohol ink wants to sort of soak into the clay and dye the clay, I would use this veneer quickly. This is not one that I would put away and take out a couple months from now, because it'll probably change a little bit. So I would do this technique on something that I was going to then cut up and use fairly quickly for a project, which I'm going to do, because right now in polymerclaytribe.com, which is our Facebook group, we are having a polymer clay trading coin swap. So this is going to be cut up into 2.5-inch circles, and I'm going to make some coins out of it so that I can send in my swaps by October 21st. So if you want to get involved, come to polymerclaytribe.com, sign up for the swap, and we are managing it so that you will get back what you put into it. It's a 3 for 3. So you send 3 coins, you'll get 3 back from new friends all over the world. These are the 2 coins that I made. This one has our new hot fix stones on it, and it has you might get like a little bit of wax residue from your crystal catcher, which is just like a wax tipped thing for placing them down that you saw me using. But you can rub that right off so that they're really nice and sparkly in the end. And there's my little birdie one. Thank you so much for joining me on Polymer Clay TV today, and I hope that you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Wednesday.